Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It has been 3 weeks, maybe a month since the last episode. The whole schedule of going, twice a week didn't really go too well. I'm I've just been really busy with college and back to work and stuff, and basically I'm making a lot of excuses. But the last episode did really nice. We had a guest on, and again, we have a guest from across the globe. That's the title. Um, but yeah, so we got a good episode for you guys today. So this person, keeping it very mysterious, as if it's like some sort of celebrity that everyone knows, but it's just my friend. So they live in Canada. They are 64 years old. Uh, that's a lie. Okay, so he's 27, and but he looks old because all Americans and Canadians do. They're all the same. But he is a physiotherapist in Canada. And yeah, he's just a really good guy that I met playing Overwatch, like Cecilia from the last episode. So yeah, we're just going to get him in and have a conversation. So this is Ryan, and Ryan is going to say something hilarious right now. Ready? Three, two, one, boom.
Something hilarious.
He fucking nailed it. He nailed it. So yeah, this is
put me on the spot there, but
yeah, this is Ryan. He basically we are the same person in terms of movie taste and game taste, and basically he's just like an older brother would be a nice way to put it. He's just like the older brother, or like maybe the
it's
older
endearing.
cousin. You meet at like family events, and it's just like, oh, finally he's here.
It's very endearing, very endearing. But yeah, you're spot on with the movie taste and the game taste and all that kind of stuff, because we just we quote them back and forth all the time, I guess.
Right. So yeah, me and Ryan have this thing when we play Overwatch where basically we'll just quote the Bane scene or the plane scene from The Dark Knight, or we'll quote the Italian scene from Inglourious Basterds, maybe for a couple of hours, and then we'll stop for a while, and then it'll come back, and it just kind of just goes from scene to scene, and nobody else in the group knows what we're talking about. Maybe Cody. Cody's another guy that who's is friends with Ryan in real life, that he gets some of the quotes, but me and Ryan are on another wavelength.
Oh yeah, it's just it's back and forth, isn't it? It's and it doesn't even have to make sense to the context in which we're saying it, and just you got to throw it in there, and it gets a good laugh every time, right? So,
and there was one time, I won't give too much detail because it was a kind of a serious situation, but me and Ryan and a few other people were talking, and there was something like kind of serious going down, but I was just not in the mood to like think. So I text Ryan privately that I was gonna start answering in the chat with all the people with just Bane quotes, and I got a good few in. I got a good few in, but one of them got me in trouble. One of them got me kind of like I had to have a follow up for it, and it got me really like, it caught me in the corner.
You had to think on your feet, I think, by the sounds of things. Yeah.
I had to keep like muting my microphone so that like you couldn't hear me laughing, because I was just I would say my quote, and like as the quote was ending, I'd start like my voice would raise, I'd start smiling, and you could just tell that I was like kind of being like sarcastic or something. And so yeah, it was just so that's what
you had to keep some composure.
Me and Ryan are basically just we're just clowns, honestly.
That's a good way to put it, I'd say. Yeah.
Like whenever we're playing like Overwatch with our group, Ryan's usually the last on because he has a life and a job, so he plays at night. But like I will ruin my sleep schedule to wait up for Ryan just to play. Like, because for him, like he'll be on like, oh, I'll be on like 6 or 7. I'm like, great, I'll stay up until 1 or 2.
Yeah, there's quite the time difference.
Yeah, so like that's how like how much fun we have together is I just like ruin my sleep schedule, and then when he comes in, we just it's so fun. Like in Overwatch,
I'm flattered.
We're the duo. Like we are just the duo.
The dynamic duo.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So Ryan is my one and only Canadian friend. Well, no, I got Cody too, actually. No, don't I?
I guess yeah, Cody counts as well, right?
Yeah.
So
is Chris Canadian?
I think he might be actually. So you might have more Canadian friends than you think.
So yeah,
Yeah, we have to follow up on that one. We'll fact check that
yeah,
one.
we'll get back to you. We don't want to give any unsolicited claims here. You know, we're all about keeping the peace.
We're all about being authentic here.
Yeah, exactly. Everything you see here is just raw, uncut. I don't like editing, so I don't edit out anything. So basically, don't fuck up because otherwise I'll have to fucking do like it. Have to seriously, try. But usually I just like throw this in and then just do the thumbnail and just like, yeah, let it play. Just let it.
There you go.
Let it do
There
its
you go. Uncut director's cut
Yeah,
edition, right?
exactly. Yeah, this is I'm basically Zack Snyder. If you think about it, there's very similar. Like both my podcast and the Justice League. What's the difference?
If you're holding them side by side, I don't know if I could tell, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I've been in a situation where me and Zack Snyder, because we're friends, we've been walking on the street and like someone will stop me, being like, "Oh, I love your movies," and then they'll ask Zack Snyder to take a picture of me and the fan. I'm just like, I'm not Zack. Come on, man.
Come on, like it's. I can see why they would make that mistake, though. It's
It's a hard life, being compared to celebrities all the time.
Oh, it is. It is.
That don't know, Ryan is Thor, essentially. He's Canadian Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, if I had to, if I could be someone, it would definitely be him, I think. But it's my one crowning achievement is I was compared to him once, ever.
Yeah, same. Me and were both compared to Thor. But mine wasn't as nice, to be honest. Not that I was called like Fat Thor, which you might assume. But I was at this girl's house, and listen, this is not for children. We were getting the business, right?
not safe for work.
Not safe for work, boys. All right, safe for work warning. It's all on the table now. Now we get down to it, right? So me and this girl, we were at her house and we were just thrashing. And I was gonna stay the night at her house, and I was like, "Oh, can I take a shower?" And she's like, "Yeah, no worries." At this point, all the lights were off, and it was just chill or whatever. And then I came out of the shower, and at the time I was cutting. So like at the moment I'm cutting weight, for just basically for health reasons. It's a lot easier than trying to keep my weight high. Kind of getting slender and lean is a lot easier than bulking. So I was like, yeah, I'll cut. So I was cutting at the time. So I didn't like. Usually I don't look like this, but like I gotta say, caught myself in the mirror of the shower. I was like, damn, I'm looking good. High confidence, very humble, so I am. But I came out of the shower and I was standing in the doorway, and she's like, "You look like mini Thor." I was like, "Wait a second, mini Thor?"
Mini.
Or maybe she's small Thor. And I was like, "Listen, I'm not fucking small, all right? I'm 5'10", known." So yeah, I got called mini Thor, but Ryan just gets Thor. Bullshit.
Yeah, and to be fair, for me, it wasn't a size thing. It was just the face thing, which I guess isn't bad.
Lex, look at him. It's like, yeah, I mean, I wasn't called Thor because I'm ripped, which I am, but I was called Thor because I'm just a really good-looking guy.
Well, I'm definitely not anywhere near his muscular capacity.
Yeah, but they're all on steroids, aren't they? Maybe not.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe not Hemsworth.
But what's his name? Who's Captain America? What's his fucking name? Evans? Chris Evans?
Yes, yeah.
Fucking roided off his face, 100%.
Either that, or he's just. I mean, he's a genetic specimen, man. Either that, one of the two.
Those bastards with their good genes. Hate them.
Yeah. If only I could be a movie star.
We'll get there, me and you. We could be like the Revengers,
The Revengers.
Yeah, we could be like the B team that they called in for like cameos. That could be us.
Yeah.
They like Thor's brothers. Maybe if Thor has maybe he gets some kids. Just,
there we go.
Maybe we could do it.
I'm Thor's long lost son that he had.
Yeah, even though he's blonde and we both have black hair. Like,
yeah.
You guys can't see this right now, but I'm looking at my hair and I'm shocked. It hurts, how bad my haircut is. My friend who's like has cut 3 people's hair in his life, can do one haircut, and he gave it to me, and I look like Tom Shelby from Peaky Blinders. It's rough.
It's the home haircuts are they're tough.
Yeah,
they're tough.
Usually I just shave it off and it's a home haircut. I just do it myself. I'm just like, yeah, number one razor just everywhere.
Well, I mean, hey, it's it probably beats having the long homeless looking hair, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, like my hair. See, my hair is annoying because it doesn't go long; it just goes out. So like,
okay, yeah,
remember
yeah.
I have a picture I'll send you later of me like in the first lockdown. It was like, I think it was on, and I hadn't cut my hair for like, I think it was November when I got my last haircut. Maybe even October, and then lockdown came and everything closed in January. So, or maybe it was March, but like until that point, I had none, and then everything didn't open up until July. So like my hair was literally like Medusa. It was fucking insane. So I
Oh,
just
you had the Bob Ross look going.
100%. Like it just goes. It's curly, but they're not like tight curls. They're just like one long curl. It,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
it's terrible. So I'm an Afro guy for some reason. I just get like a fro. Uh, yes, that's my life. Just
It's a hairstyle you might have to bring back for a laugh.
yeah, yeah. So basically, this podcast so far has just been shitting on me. We just how I'm mini poor and
Oh, we'll have to steer it in a different direction.
yeah. So I did say that Ryan was 46. Maybe I said you were, but you're actually 27,
That's correct.
which is so old. It's just so old.
Heck, you get there faster than you think. Trust me.
Yeah, it was my birthday. So yeah, I think the episode before I took the long break was like a week before my birthday. So yeah, I had my birthday, and I turned 22, and it made me realize like, God, I still got a long way to go. Like
Oh yeah.
I was ready to fucking just settle down. I was just like, yeah, that's probably it for me. I'm 21, and all of a sudden I'm 22. I'm like, yeah, I'll give it another go.
No, you got some time, man.
Yeah,
you got more time than you think, but it also sneaks up on you. So
yeah.
it's a
I
catch
think
22.
you can probably remember when you were 22, and it seems like yesterday.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of things I do and don't remember from being 22. So
You guys got that like high drinking age, and it's 21 in Canada, isn't it?
no, it's 19. 19.
Oh, that's good.
In some places in Canada, other places in Canada, it's 18. So
Yeah, you guys you're the same. Because I feel like
yeah, so it's not
sorry.
too bad. It's in the United States. It's 21. So
Fuck that.
yeah, that's a little too old.
Because like in Ireland it's 18, and like
Yeah,
which basically whatever your country's drinking age is, you start 4 years before that. Is kind of the way I think about it.
yeah, that's pretty accurate actually.
Yeah, so like I was 14 getting drunk on like 2 cans of Foster's, and I was like, man, I'm so drunk. Whereas now I'll sink like a lot of vodka and be like, fuck man, why can't I get drunk?
Yeah, building a tolerance is it's an expensive thing, you know.
And it fucking goes fast. Like so I've been on keto diet for like the last 3 months. So I haven't been drinking, and I had a cocktail, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was drunk after a single cocktail. It was made by this Brazilian man who has a heavy pour, I must say. Fucking hell, he put a lot of rum into it. And
yeah, a heavy pour will do that for
yeah.
sure.
So yeah, I was not in a good state. So my tolerance is now 0, which is good. I'll save some money.
There you go. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
financial planning if you think about it, right? So
It's like before, like so last year, maybe 2 years ago, we had like it was my first year in college where I was able to drink, and we had this huge kind of party culture where it was just like your first year of college doesn't count towards your final degree, so everyone just gets fucking drunk like all the time.
it's a write off. It's a write off year. Yeah. It's
So like I got to the point where what I had to do to get drunk was not eat for the day. So I had nothing in my system. That's how much I was drinking. I was drinking like nearly every day. It was terrible.
that's the one kind of endurance you don't want to be. You might be proud to build it, but otherwise,
I mean, I prefer now if someone can drink me under the table. As long as I get like have a good night and don't do something I regret, I'm happy with how I am.
there you go.
But I don't know if I told you the beach story, didn't I?
Yes, I think where you took the Uber. Yeah.
I didn't say it on the podcast. Can I say it? Okay, I'll say it, but I'll leave out some elements. That sounds.
Just don't do anything to incriminate yourself.
Yeah, no
Maybe.
incrimination. I'm heading away. I need to get a visa to Dubai soon, so I need to keep my. Let's hope no one like knows who I am. I said my name is Ian, but there's a large variety.
No, yeah, no identifying
Yeah,
factors,
exactly.
right? So
So yeah, I was on a night out in first year of college, and uh, so some backstory. So me and these four guys went out for like one drink, maybe two, and then it was like end of the night. We were all fucking just wasted, just absolutely. No one was themselves. We were all different people by the end of the night, and I had gotten in a fight. My nickname is Rambo because when I'm drunk I fight. So I had gotten in a fight and I got us all thrown out of the nightclub. And my friends told me to order a taxi to where we live, and it starts with a G. So I was like, grand, put into my phone, ordering a taxi, G. But I accidentally put in the address of a beach that begins with a G, and it was an hour and a half away. So me and my four friends climbed into this taxi. I paid like, I think it was like 120 euro for this taxi. Like it was a far drive. And then my friends were like too drunk to notice how long they'd been in the car. And then we just ended up at the beach. And so I woke up and I blacked out like properly. I blacked out once we left the nightclub. And then when I woke up and I was just like drenched. Like I could have drowned. I was just on the shoreline. My friends didn't even like take care of me. They were so angry at me. They left me there. Which it's fair that they got angry at me because I was the only one with my phone, or I was the only one with money on my debit card, and the rest of them had no cash on them. Um, so they told me to reorder a taxi, but then like an idiot because I was drunk, I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not going. I'm staying here." So I threw my phone into the ocean, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm not driving back either," which is stupid because I don't drive. So then I threw my keys into the ocean. And I woke up with no phone, no keys, didn't know where my wallet was. Thankfully, my friends had my wallet, so I had some bit of hope. And so then we just spent the day on the beach. We went to the shop and bought like sausages and made a big bonfire and just cooked sausages. But everyone was so hungover that like it would have been nice if it had been like, if we had been camping the night before, had a few drinks, but like we were heavily.
If you weren't battling a crippling
I
hangover.
I was so bad. Amongst other things, I was on a massive come down as well. It was just terrible. From drink, nothing else. I am non-incriminating myself, but moving swiftly on. So yeah, I said before that Ryan is a physiotherapist, which means he gets to touch people for a living.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I have my plan, which I shouldn't have told Ryan, but I have. Basically, when I meet Ryan in real life, first I'm going to find out where he lives and where he works and book an appointment for myself for a physio, and then he's gonna be like, "Yeah, no problem," and I'm gonna show up and I'm just be like, "Yep, it's me, bastard." And I'm gonna like, what I'm actually gonna do, I've got a better idea. I'm gonna book you out for the day. At 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, I'm gonna book you out
the whole day,
and then I'll go in at 9, and then I'll have my nice little massage, and then we're going straight to the pubs. And I'll pay for your day off. I'll just be like, yeah, I paid for all the slots. He's fine.
There we go. Well, hey, I mean, at that point, I'm getting paid to
exactly
to have a drink and whatnot. So
and I'll be on Dubai money. So like money's nothing to me at the moment.
There you go. You're throwing it away like it's the fun coupons.
Yeah. So
I mean, hey, I'm not going to say no to that. I mean, I'm sure the exchange rate is in your favor at this point. So,
is the exchange rate bad in Canada? The Canadian dollar?
It's not the strongest right now. That's for sure. It's I don't. You guys use what, euro, right? So, I think 1.5 Canadian dollars would get you €1 or something like that. Yeah. So you come over with €1, you're getting $1.50.
That's pretty good.
It might even be more, to be honest with you. I think it's actually probably higher. So
might just stay in Canada.
There you go.
I did Ryan that the not the Canadian girl, the Italian girl that I'm kind of seeing at the moment is is moving to Canada. So basically, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm going to see her, when realistically, I'm showing up for Rye. Showing up for Rye.
it's just to get your visa or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she'll be my visa. I'll marry her.
Yeah.
And then I'll
your immigration card or
maybe I
whatever
could
you
just
need.
marry you.
What's that, sorry?
Maybe I could just marry you.
That might work. I know a certain someone that might have
Who, Jonathan?
that might not be amenable to that. Yeah.
My boyfriend Jonathan. Yeah. So at the moment, for anyone who doesn't know, I am currently building a harem of all my guy friends that live across the world. So I've got Ryan as my main bitch. No, John's my main bitch. John's my main man. To be fair, he was the first boyfriend I picked.
The original.
He was the OG, yeah, and then you kind of came in like the mistress, you know. We both start playing DPS, both using strats, and then it's
like. I mean, I don't hate that role, you know.
Exactly. You know? Got no responsibilities. But it eventually will get me in trouble because someday someone will think I am gay, and you know, it'll be rough.
You'll have to talk your way out of that corner.
Yeah, like if we do get married, we're just gonna have to like bro fist at the you know, just like a fist bump as the
yeah, just yeah, exactly. That's how it's gonna be, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then
we're just
can be the best man, you know.
we're just supporting each other, you know. That's all.
Yeah, we're all, listen, it's a tough time. You all gotta look out for each other, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I have a little game for us, Ryan.
All right.
And it is basically me and Ryan love movies. As we said, let me share my screen so you can see this right now. How do I do this? There we go. All right. Let me know if you can see what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, like a little
bracket.
Yeah, bracket there. That's the word I was looking for.
So, but this took me ages to do as well because I had to. I see all these like little.
Oh, those are all little cells.
I did it in Excel, or what's this? Is it Keynote or Numbers? I don't know. It's the Apple version of Excel essentially.
Gotcha.
Flexing that I got a MacBook, which you know, what's new. So I had to go through every individual cell and black them out or like white them out.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know how to cut out this half, so there's just nothing over there. But you guys can't see it, so you don't know. But right now we have a bracket. So last time we did, basically me and CC did a tier list for Overwatch heroes. But it was only the healers. So we went through and ranked up, you know, this healer's the best, this one's the worst, you know. Obviously Moira was the worst because she's a dumb bitch who ruins my life. So what we have here is a bracket, and we'll pick two characters, we'll compare them in just whatever ways we want, essentially. There's no official rules. There's obviously going to be some winners, like the first one I can tell who's winning already, but there's going to be, I think towards when we get to the end, it might be a little bit tough.
Gotcha.
So in the first, I picked kind of like, I did like a random number generator to pick these, and the first one that came up was Iron Man versus Mantis.
Oh, that's I think
I mean, you know,
I think that one's a bit of a wash, you know. That's I think Iron Man has
Mantis, right? We got Iron Man just cruising through round one.
Tony Stark has to win that one.
Yeah, he crushes that. And also Mantis, kind of a dumb hero. What does she even do?
Yeah, she's I mean, she's got her moments, but she's definitely no Iron Man. I mean, Tony Stark.
Yeah, he saved the world.
Tony Stark saved the world.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? She stopped Thanos for a little bit and then fucking messed up. Remember Infinity War? Yeah. No,
yes.
So yep, that's round one. Iron Man cruising through. Next we got Drax and Wanda. A little bit more.
That is a bit more even. Mm-hmm. Now, Wanda's she's the Scarlet Witch, right? She's the yes. So I think she's just pretty powerful. I think as much as I like Drax, you know,
I think pretty powerful. But Drax has sensitive nipples.
He does. He
Might
does.
be,
That might give
honestly,
him the edge.
it's Dave Bautista's best role in anything, whatever he's been in. But he absolutely kills it as Drax. He's
Oh,
so funny.
100%.
Like,
I
he's just, even when
you-
you know that scene where Mantis is like using her powers on the Guardians for the first time, and she like tells people that Star-Lord has like a crush on Gamora and wants to like fuck her.
yes, yes,
And he
yes.
just like burst out laughing, and he's like, "You must be so embarrassed," and like, oh, he's just so good.
Or the part where he pretends to be invisible, I think, is
Oh my
another
god,
one that's
that's so. And he's like, "My movements are so precise."
yes.
Even though
Uh,
he is the comedy of that franchise, I think Wanda does just get this because she kind of took on Thanos alone, and yeah, she crushed it.
she's got some pretty strong powers, I think.
Have you seen WandaVision?
I haven't watched it yet, actually. No, it's
I
on
wasn't.
my list.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it, and then the Italian girl was just like, "Oh my god, you should watch it." So obviously, I was like, "Yeah, I'm watching it at the moment, actually." So
Yeah.
I told her I was one episode away from up to date when realistically I hadn't watched it at all, so I had to catch up on 7 episodes. So I spent 4.5 hours catching up.
Oh, that's some dedication right there, I tell you.
Exactly. So yeah, that won't last. Nothing lasts, but yeah, so I'll give it to Wanda because she's pretty cool in the new TV show too.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Next, we got Vision and Groot.
Ooh, that's an
Now,
interesting one.
Vision is pretty powerful, but
He is.
Groot's immortal, right?
As far as I know, as long as he's got like one little, seed or something left, right? He can regrow.
And he just fucking. And also, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's and I mean, he's Vin Diesel. Like it's.
It's probably the only movie I like with Vin Diesel. Like, well, also, I just don't understand. Like, I know Vin Diesel's probably getting a good bit of money for being Groot, but like, you could probably employ anyone for like €1,000 or $1,000, and they do it.
Absolutely.
Like,
you could really cut costs.
Yeah, like his voice is computerized. I'll do it. I'll do it for €100 per line if I am Groot. I'll do it
for sure. For sure.
You know,
probably do it for less than that. Just have my name up there.
I'd fucking do it just to have my name in the Avengers. You know, Marvel, you gotta capitalize there, honestly.
And like Vision is, he's got his powers for sure. And I don't know if they open up on this in WandaVision or anything because I haven't seen it, but he gets kind of bitch slapped by Thanos. He gets
everyone.
He got kind of ruined big time.
Yeah,
so
like in Age of Ultron, he was like wielding Mjolnir. He was fucking bitch slapping robots, and then it just cuts to Infinity War. He gets stabbed by a fucking weird elf, gets his ass kicked by the elf. Then Thanos fucks him up. He never used the Mind Stone once. He just
he was he didn't show up. I think he was
all show. And then
yeah, and there's times where Groot really comes up clutch, So
I mean, he fucking saved Thor's life, gave him the handle for the axe.
Yeah, I think if you were to just look at it from a from a clutch perspective or who kind of shows up in the time of need, I think Groot wins out.
Groot, yeah, I think Groot takes this. And if anyone disagrees, you're wrong because me and Ryan, even though this is completely opinion.
We are Marvel experts.
We are the experts. Yes, we've seen every movie. I know one that's I have a feeling I know who's gonna win this just because of conversations with you, but we'll have to see what happens. Next, dude, just got a new match on Tinder. Someone's blowing
there you go.
I was supposed to leave Tinder, but I'm still not in a relationship. I'm still single, which is good. So I am allowed to keep Tinder.
There you are.
I'm playing the field, guys. Come on, I'm playing the field.
You're
call it being an asshole. I call it being a field.
you're just scouting. It's a scouting report.
Exactly,
That's all.
Yeah. So next, I mean, this is gonna be a cakewalk again. Thor versus Bucky.
Oh well, I mean,
Bucky's.
I think this might be the most one-sided matchup of all time.
I mean, it's me and you versus Bucky. Not a chance, dude. Also, like,
it's gotta be Thor. I mean,
listen, I got some like childhood friends, but I'm not going to the level that fucking Captain America is just for this dumb cunt Bucky who fucking like, oh, dude, he's terrible. He's just Cap's like erection for Bucky is just insane. It makes no sense.
I guess again the things you do for love.
Exactly, yeah, you gotta do it for secret
You watch.
relationship. Yeah. I think now since he lost that girl, what was her name? You know, when he was like first around before he went in the ice, he had that like girl he liked.
Oh yes, you're talking Captain America, right?
Yeah. Was it Carter? Carter or something like
that? Peggy Carter is her name. Yes. Us Marvel experts, we clearly know that.
We got it. We're picking our feet. But yeah, like once she was gone, I think he just fell in love with Bucky. You know.
He had to fill the void somehow, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Thor is easily cruising this because Bucky's a bitch.
And Thor puts the hammer down, man.
Dude, Thor's a beast. I mean, like that scene, you know, in the Infinity War where he gets the hammer and like goes to Wakanda and just like throws his axe around. And he's like, "Bring me Thanos."
Yes.
Woo! Oh, I've never been attracted to a man in my life.
Oh yeah,
that was close.
That's a great scene. That is a great scene.
Also, he's hot as shit. You know,
he's a good-looking guy. You can't take that away from him.
He looks like us, so you know whatever that is with us, I don't know, but
it's like looking in the mirror, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the mirror is like a lot smaller for me.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're taller than Chris Hemsworth. Hang on, I gotta Google this. I'm gonna pause the game.
Google his height. I'll tell you if I'm taller.
Chris, I know you. Are you 5? No, you're 5. Are you 6'3"?
I'm not 6'3". I'm 6'2".
6'2".
6'2". For all of our friends on the metric system there. Well, Canada's on the metric system too, but we like to measure height in feet and inches. But that is about 190 centimeters is my height.
He's 1.9.
Which is between. He's 1.9 meters.
Yeah.
They're 190 centimeters, so we're about the same height.
He's 6'2". Oh, dude, you are Thor. You got it. I think we got.
I just need to.
If anything happens to him. Canadian now with no experience in acting.
I'll just. I can do an Australian accent. I'll practice it and.
Yeah, it'd be fine. They won't even know.
And I'll add like 10 inches to my biceps and just get tanned and everything, and I'll be fine.
We got time. If we start plotting to kill Chris Hemsworth now, we'll just bulk you up now, and then once you're ready, just play to it.
Heck, I'll just be his stunt double or something, you know.
Oh, dude, easily. That's nice. So the next bracket, I don't really care about, to be honest. It's Hawkeye versus Widow, Black Widow.
Oh, Hawkeye versus Black Widow.
Both kind of useless.
That comes down to like they're both really skilled in martial arts and hand-to-hand combat and everything, and
yeah,
I mean, and you see it's in is it Endgame, right, where they fight each other for who can
kill herself,
who's better at dying, Yeah.
Probably, and I like how they chose probably the two most expendable characters for that scene.
Yeah.
Like no one really cares which one dies.
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I would say in Endgame, Hawkeye gets a bit outclassed by Black Widow just because she's
in the first Avengers when he gets his mind all fucked up, she does beat him so that he goes back to normal.
Oh yes, that's right. You know what? That's I forgot about that scene, to be honest.
So
I think you might be onto something here. I think that's.
She also calms down the Hulk. She does her little.
Oh yeah, so she's got that ace up her sleeve, I guess. She's got the ability to kind of calm down the Hulk
Yeah,
essentially.
she got
Which
the Hulk.
I mean, that's a power in itself, right?
Mhm.
So
So next we got Ant-Man versus Hulk.
well,
I mean,
that's a really tough one, I think, because if you think about it, Ant-Man can
yeah,
grow to any size, and you could get the size of like 10 Hulks
yeah.
and throw them around. But again, Hulk can shot put a tank. He's
Yeah. Also, I fucking hated Hulk in Endgame. I know it might be like an uncommon like opinion, but Hulk was just not like I way preferred him in Ragnarok, where he's like
where he's like,
talking, he's like dumb, you know.
yeah.
But like when he's like a mix between both, I was just like, oh, this is so boring, you know.
Yeah, it kind of almost defeats the whole purpose of the
Yeah,
Hulk's character, where he's trying to find this balance between staying calm and unleashing his anger, right?
yeah,
So
and like
that's
all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, I'm the best version of the Hulk," and then he gets fucking does nothing in the movie besides snap his fingers.
yeah.
You know, he snaps his fingers once, and
I mean, he sorts out the whole time travel thing, I guess, but I
yeah,
mean, he did. I don't know if he had to be the Hulk to do that.
yeah,
That
he
was
could have
just
done that as Banner.
that was Bruce Banner thinking, right?
Yeah.
So
Also, he could have probably, if he was, seeing as he's the smart genius guy, wouldn't he have just snapped his fingers, brought everyone back, and also got rid of Thanos' army? Huh?
a little bit of a loophole there, I think.
Maybe a
Eh?
little bit of a plot hole. Maybe just kind of, maybe have a little think. There was another plot hole actually that like someone pointed out to me. I got a little bit upset by it. It was that, so when they go back in time to get
Yep.
and they're like, oh, we don't have enough pin particles.
Oh yes.
Someone said that, like, why didn't they just go back and get loads of ping particles and they could just repeat it until it worked?
There you go.
You know?
Yeah. There's anytime you're dealing with time travel,
There's always a loophole.
there's always loopholes. There's always little plot holes that you could work around.
They did well.
That's why I always thought Infinity War was better than Endgame.
Same, 100%. Way before that.
Like Endgame starts strong, where they like just kill Thanos right off the bat. Like that's a pretty raw scene,
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
And
Thor being all like torn up.
Yeah.
Rough.
And I kind of liked how like Thanos figured out that they were using time travel, and they killed him and they came back and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good little thing, but I don't know, everything else in between was kind of a little lackluster, you know.
Yeah. I do remember though going to the cinema and seeing it and getting like it's the first time in the movie I got goosebumps when they all came back through the portals. Like,
yeah, so that's a good scene though. That's a fun scene.
And the music's like, and I was like, oh my god! I was just like, and then like seeing Spider-Man come back, obviously, was just like the highlight of my life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Ant-Man.
I think Ant-Man edges it slightly just because.
Also, he figured out that you could go back in time.
There you go. He was kind of a very key part in that, you know.
Also, Paul Rudd, national treasure. Well, not for me, but for America, he's a good guy.
He's really developed quite the career for himself. So can't hate him for that. He's a likable guy.
So we got Spider-Man versus Loki next.
Oh, I mean,
listen, me and you both love Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do love Spider-Man. And honestly, I think Spider-Man, if you just look at the history of Spider-Man, he's probably faced a lot tougher opponents
100%.
than Loki. Like Loki, I think is a little bit more powerful, maybe, but Spider-Man just, I think, is way more versatile and just has that that hero's edge, you know.
100%. And like he's just more relatable as well, I think, you know.
Oh, absolutely. You know, like, the nerdy high school kid.
Yeah, and like, having a crush on a girl, that kind of stuff. Whereas Loki is just like, yeah, I'm a god, which is cool and all. But like, I'll put it this way: I'm more excited for the next Spider-Man than I am the Loki movie. You know?
Yeah. Loki's got his his cunning, tricks and stuff. But I think Spider-Man is overall more smarter and more innovative. And,
I think as well, Loki doesn't really work alone. As in, like, if you took them both and had them like do things on their own, Spider-Man
Yeah,
carries the narrative a lot better than Loki.
absolutely.
So, yeah, we're set. Fucking easy.
I think we're set for Spider-Man.
Easy. Spider-Boy. Next one's a little bit tough. We got Star-Lord versus Black Panther.
Oh yeah, that's a close one.
It is tough.
It is tough. I think Black Panther definitely wins in the combat department.
Yeah, 100%.
But Star-Lord,
he's funny.
He's crafty. He's crafty. Crafty is definitely a good way to put it. I think that's a close one. I think Wakanda might edge it, but
I think so. I think Black Panther takes this.
Yeah.
One thing I think is hilarious. So I watched the second Guardians of the Galaxy again, and so I don't know if you can remember when they're on like Ego's planet, they plant a bomb inside his brain, and
yes.
So Rocket asks Quill to find tape. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes to Drax and he's like, Drax, you have tape? And Drax goes like Scotch tape. And he's like, yeah. He's like, no, I don't have it. That's so funny, man. The comedy is absolutely killed in those movies.
They are quite they're on the funnier side for sure, right?
Yeah, they are. Like if you look at the DC comedy, it's kind of like he comedy. Like, it's just not the same.
It's really not. I think Marvel beats DC nine times out of 10.
Yeah. Next we got. This one's obviously going to be a walk. Unfortunately, it's Rocket versus Captain.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's a tough seed for Rocket. You would like to see him get a little bit further.
Yeah.
But it's Cap.
It's got to be Captain America.
He's burning through Asgard.
He's got his shield. I forget what it's made of.
Vibranium.
Yes.
Yeah. I do love Rocket's obsession with like body parts though. Like,
Oh yeah, like the eye.
I need that guy's eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was entertaining. Another one, but again, I think he works best when he's with his team of Guardians of the Galaxy, But so individually, it's got to be Captain America.
I think I read somewhere that like Bradley Cooper made like 15 million from like one. I can't remember. I think it was either Infinity War or like maybe it was Endgame, where he just made fucking bank, like so much money, just from doing the voice acting of it, which is insane.
That's amazing. Again, put my voice in there. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. All you need is some guy from Boston. Like he's got like a Boston accent, doesn't he?
It's hard to say what his accent is.
Yeah. Maybe not Boston.
It's not quite Boston. I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He definitely fits that voice of, this is supposed to be a raccoon. Like it's.
He's got the correct voice for it, to be fair. I just thought that, like, because I was thinking about accents in the Marvel movies. That what's his guy? The guy with the arrow in Guardians of the Galaxies. What's his fucking name again?
Oh, I forget his name, but I know the actor. I know who you're talking about.
I love when he's like flying with his arrow, and like Quill is like, "You look like Mary Poppins." They're like, "Is he cool?" I'm Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. What's his name in that movie?
I forget his name, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's so annoying.
The blue guy, right?
Yeah.
I can picture him right now too.
Yeah. Fuck. It'll come to us. The Marvel experts will come to us. So next.
Yeah, exactly.
Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel.
Ooh, that's a close one again.
Yeah, because they both use Infinity Stones, or like both of their powers come from Infinity Stones.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Doctor Strange can, bend reality and stuff, right? Like he's, but I think if you're looking like raw power, it's Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
Marvel.
I this is a tough one because I think Captain Marvel has the raw power, but I think she would get outwitted
Yeah,
by
and you
Doctor
saw it in
Strange.
Endgame when Thanos just picked the stone out of his glove and punched her.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's also too OP, man. She's fucking broken, you know.
She needs a nerf, right?
Yeah, like thank God she wasn't in much of the Endgame movie. Otherwise, she would have just cakewalked it, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, for
Uh,
sure.
so we got lucky in that. But it's a tough one.
I think I'm like, yeah, jeez. Yeah, I don't know, man. That might be the closest one yet.
This might be the closest one. It's gonna get tougher because there's some bangers coming up eventually when we get to like the final few. All right, you want. I think this is the only fair way to do it. I think they're pretty equal, so I think we'll flip a coin.
You flip a coin for it, okay? All
We're gonna
right.
ask Siri, and let's see what she says. Flip a coin. I think what's more. I think we need to assign heads and tails to people.
Yeah. All right, so we'll
Fucking
do.
dumbass. Oh. Captain Marvel will be tails. Is that okay with you?
That is okay with me.
I'll let you pick.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, we'll do Captain Marvel tails.
Okay. Flip a coin. It's tails. Tails. Cap.
There it is.
God, I'm such a dumbass for fucking. That's just asking it. I've done that so many times in my life as well, where I flip a coin and then don't fucking assign it.
And you don't assign it.
Oh, and then I'm supposed to be doing fucking maths. I'm an idiot. Oh, this one came out, and when I saw it come out, I was like, "Well, we're gonna get like called racist." We got Falcon versus Iron Patriot, Brody.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I promise we're not racist, and this was done with a random number generator. We didn't put the two black guys against each other.
Yeah, seriously. Well,
What are you thinking?
I mean, this is again a pretty even matchup. They're both they both have aerial combat. They both use like kind of machines. I think
Brody is paralyzed.
He is paralyzed. He is. That's right. And Falcon is. I feel like his suit and his ability is
It is cooler.
A little bit like he's. I don't know. He can maybe do a bit. It's cooler. I think it's cooler, anyways. But because I mean, we like Iron Patriot's just like another Iron Man, right? He's just in an Iron Man suit. But I think the Iron Man, or the Iron Patriot rather, the Iron Patriot suit has more capabilities. So
yeah.
I'm trying to see these two characters. I wish I knew more about their background, just if I could, gauge it based on the two people in the suit. That's
one thing I'm thinking is that Falcon is the next Captain America.
Yeah, true. I mean,
but then is Iron Patriot just going to become the next Iron Man? Like, are these literally the same people?
That's another. See, this is another tough one. This is a close one again too.
Honestly, could be another fucking coin flip.
Another coin flip. Okay, well, let's give Falcon heads.
Okay. Well, we're such cop-outs. We're just flip a coin. Rosencrantz says heads. What the fuck is
okay.
Yeah, what?
Rosencrantz from is it from Hamlet?
Is Rosencrantz in Hamlet? Who is Rosencrantz? He is.
There we go.
God, I should probably know that. I majored in English. So Falcon one, right? Falcon?
Falcon one, that's correct.
Okay. This last one is just a bit of a joke because I know they're both not going to make it, but it's Wong versus Valkyrie.
Oh. Well, they're probably out next round anyways, right?
Yeah, they're gone,
uh,
I do like Wong more just because he's funny.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Wong if you're okay with that. Valkyrie's
Oh,
funny too.
absolutely.
But she was
They're both great, but I mean, it's
where
hard to.
was she during Infinity War?
I think she was there. She was fighting off all the aerial things. She was doing that.
She was there in Endgame, but in Infinity War she wasn't in it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, see, I get them mixed up. I have to. Some Marvel expert I am, right?
Huh? See, the problem is we have too much knowledge that it gets mixed up.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Right? You start to put things, overlap things in your mind.
Exactly.
And, yeah. No, let's give it to Wong.
Yeah, let's give it Wong. Wong also brought everyone together at the end.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. For that contribution alone.
All right, so now we're on to the second
you.
round, which gives us. Is this the quarterfinals? I think it's the quarterfinals. I assume it's the quarterfinals. Let's just go. Oh no,
I think it is.
Actually, but we'll come to that. So we got Iron Man versus Wanda.
I think that's
another walk. I think.
Yeah, it would be tougher, but I think Iron Man still takes it.
Yeah, he does. Groot versus Thor.
Well, I mean, an axe versus a tree, or or lightning versus a tree. It's
lightning versus a tree. You don't want to be near a tree during a thunderstorm. So
no, absolutely not.
Also, can we talk about he's the god of thunder, but he fucking summons lightning?
Yeah. What the?
Why don't we want to pick up on this?
Oh man.
Yeah.
God of thunder and lightning, maybe. That's what we got to start calling him.
Thunder and lightning. Yeah, I also just prefer Thor as progression.
Even going forward, better matchup for Thor.
I didn't like Fat Thor.
I thought he was funny, but it was like
yeah, it was a downgrade.
It was a downgrade for sure.
In the next Thor, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but it's called She-Thor.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And it's supposed to be that Natalie Portman's coming back.
Ah.
And she might become the next Thor, which means we basically just lost our role as Thor.
You're the old Thor now.
Yeah, we're the original. We're the copy of the original. Yeah, I hope that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all the characters got to move on, right?
Exactly.
But
they got put down eventually.
Because I mean, you don't want Chris Hemsworth playing Thor when he's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
But I know, not Hemsworth. Chris Evans said he was like done with the Cap role, and then now they're talking about another movie again.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, so it's just kind of. I think these actors, they kind of get like typecasted, so they try out all these different things, and it doesn't really work. So then they eventually just go back to their.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you're in one role for so long. I mean, or if you do a role really, really well. Like look at what's his name? Christoph Waltz, the guy that plays the bad guy in Inglourious Basterds, right? He's the villain in everything,
Yeah. Or he's like this really intelligent foreigner in every movie.
Yes.
Will Ferrell is just always the funny guy, or like Robin Williams is just always like this funny, like smart person,
Yep. Yeah. Or
Williams, dude.
Yeah, there's tons of roles like that. There's guys that they're always like the dad in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mark Wahlberg being like this tough guy.
Yeah, he's always some sort of tough guy, dad, cop, or military guy.
Yeah, just some masculine character.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's great though. I love it.
I love him.
Him in The Departed was just.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. Did I tell you my fucking nickname from my housemates?
No. What is it?
They call me Will Ferrell, not because I'm funny. But because of this obscure reference that in the other guys, Will Ferrell gets all these hot girls, but he's really ugly.
Okay.
So when I brought the past two girls that I like, so I brought them back to the house, and they called me Will Ferrell from now on.
I mean, that's a good. It's not a bad comparison to have.
They call me ugly, dude. It's rough. Like they call
But
me
yeah,
Gator. Like they be like Gator. I'm like, dude, fuck off.
geez, everyone's just shitting on you, eh?
Yeah, God, fuck you guys. Honestly. The next we
All
got
right.
Widow versus Ant-Man.
Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, this is another. I mean, if Ant-Man beats Hulk, I think Ant-Man
yeah.
beats Widow. I
And
think for
well,
sure.
to be fair to Widow, give her the benefit of the doubt. She did kind of beat Ant-Man when he was like miniature. Remember, she shocked him with her wrist.
Yes, fair.
But I think that's the give it to Ant-Man.
I think so too. I think he's learned since then, and he's gonna come back.
Yeah. Oh no, this next one's really fucking difficult. We got Spider-Man versus Black Panther.
Oh yeah, that is a tough one.
Oh,
I think. Well, there you go. That proves you're not racist because
yeah, exactly.
you put Black Panther. You know.
Yeah, that's my diversity of the week.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This one's tough. I think Spider-Man
Yeah, me too, buddy.
would take it. I think Spider-Man would take it. To be honest with you, he's just
also
he would use his webs to his advantage. I think for sure.
And like in Endgame, he like carried that gauntlet way farther than Black Panther did.
Absolutely.
Like Black Panther was just like, give it to me, and then just lost it, you know?
Yeah. And if you really want to dive into it, I mean, Spider-Man's got all these different suits at his disposal, right? Like Black Panther's just got his one suit.
Yeah. Like, wait until fucking Spider-Man gets the vibranium suit, then we'll talk, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's clear now, Spider-Man. This one is Cap versus Captain Marvel.
Ooh. See, like, yeah, the two captains, right? America versus Marvel.
America versus Marvel.
Well, I would like to think that anything that Captain Marvel throws at Captain America, he's just going to use his shield.
Also,
I don't know how that.
Hammer now as well.
What's that, sorry?
He's got Thor's hammer now as well.
True, if he has the ability to use the hammer, then it's those are two pretty powerful weapons against Captain Marvel. Sorry, so
we're just gonna get confused. We're gonna have to move on.
Yeah,
otherwise we're gonna be like.
my vote's Captain America.
Yeah, I'm with you. Also, he's Cap. She's Captain Marvel because we know who Cap is. You know.
Yeah. The real Cap.
Yeah.
The real Captain's the one with the shortened name. You know.
Exactly. So now we got Falcon versus Wong.
Well, we said this in the first round. It's got to be Falcon, right?
Unfortunately, it is Falcon.
That makes for an interesting matchup for the next round too, though.
Ooh. Let's see. We'll go back to the top. Oh, fuck. Okay. We got Iron Man versus Thor.
That's a hard one.
That's
a really hard one.
See, yeah, this is where
that's a matchup worthy of like the finals, you know?
Yeah. I think the finals gonna be rough.
I think so too. Oh.
All right.
I think personally, I think I'd give the edge to Thor. I think slight edge to Thor.
I was giving it Iron Man. Finally,
okay.
This is our first fight ever. The first time me and Iron have ever disagreed on something. All right, speak your case.
Well, if like Iron Man, when he doesn't have a suit, I don't like, and so I think if Thor, uses his lightning on Iron Man's suit, or the hammer to disrupt any of the diagnostics or the technology in the suit, it's kind of game over for Iron Man. And Iron Man, he can't wield the hammer or anything, right? So I mean, Thor could he can throw that at him out over and over again.
But as I'm saying, lightning isn't good against Iron Man. Remember, it powers him up.
Right. Fair. Very fair. Very
Yeah.
fair.
And
And as I'm saying this, they can both kind of fly or do their thing,
yeah.
right? So
And
that's
Iron Man's a tacticianer. He's got the tactics.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, Thor's a bit more of a headstrong kind of
Yeah. He's brute
just
force versus strength,
charge into battle. It's a tough one. And as I'm saying this, Iron Man's got all these different weapons and stuff at his
Yeah.
disposal. So
Also, like in Iron Man 3, whenever he lost the suit, he just got a new one like that,
just calls in another one.
Just calls another one. So maybe even if he destroys the suit, call another one.
That makes that's a fair assessment. It's hard to argue with that.
Personally, I'm saying Iron Man takes it, but
you know what?
More.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Iron Man edges it slightly.
Yeah.
It's a tough bracket that first. Then.
Now we got the Battle of the Insects. We got Ant-Man versus Spider-Man.
Well, I think if was it Civil War?
Yeah.
Showed us anything? I think Spider-Man.
Oh, damn right.
Edges it.
Yeah. You can tell our bias in this, by the way. We spend so long on everyone else, and there's like Spider-Man's like, yep, Spider-Man wins.
little bit of bias maybe, but yeah. I mean, hey, again, if you look at all the different suits at the disposal, it's
Also, like they're kind of prepping Spider-Man to be the new Iron Man, the way they're kind of playing it in the movies and stuff.
Fair, yeah, they're kind of the successor to Tony Stark, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna crush it. Like he's gonna be like the next leader of the Avengers, probably. So I think yeah, Spider-Man takes that. Now we got Cap versus Falcon.
The old Captain America versus the new Captain America.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just do think it's Cap.
I think so too. I think it comes down to a student versus the master kind of thing.
And also
just got more experience and
he's wielding the hammer. He's got super strength, super speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's Cap all day. So now we got to do another random generator because we have 3 contestants.
Oh, I see.
We need to. So one's getting a bye into the next round.
Okay.
So into the finals. So we're gonna do random.
All right. So that's just got to be randomly generated.
Yeah. So number 1 is Iron Man. 2 is Spider-Man. 3 is Cap. Random number. Gen. All right. So we'll draw 2 numbers, and those 2 numbers will go against each other.
Sounds good.
So 3 options. Okay. For first number 1. So Iron Man versus Cap.
Oh, okay. So Spider-Man gets the bye.
Spider-Man gets the bye. Let's go.
What a matchup that is, eh? That's
It's a tough semifinals.
Another Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil War. Well,
who won Civil War?
I think it honestly ends up.
Is it Cap?
I think yeah, he kind of
because he gets away, doesn't he?
Yeah. He beats her in the fight.
He had Bucky, his little bitch.
Oh yes, he did. He had a little bit of assistance. It was a 2v1 for a while there.
Rough.
So I'm gonna do it. I just want to do a quick Google to refresh myself.
This is tough. Cap versus Iron Man. Also, having Thor's hammer is not going to affect Iron Man.
You're very right. Yeah.
The lightning is not going to do shit.
Yeah, this is a hard one. This is
I think we just go with likability.
I guess likability can be the default factor, and I mean, personally, just as an overall character, I like Iron Man just a tad more.
Yeah, his bravado and kind of like wittiness is funny.
Yes, that's a completely unbiased opinion.
I think it's Iron Man.
I think so too. I think throughout this whole tournament we've got a lot of hot takes, and
Yeah, we've had some hot takes.
if anyone actually listens to this, it would be interesting to see what their take is on these matchups.
Anyone who wants to fight us, we'll meet you somewhere, and we will brawl it out.
Can debate this till we're blue in the face.
Yeah, like me and Ryan kind of agreed on everything so far, so it's gonna be a 2v1. So now we have the final.
Spider-Man versus Iron Man, the master versus the student.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
It really is. It really is. I think if it comes down to it's going to be brain versus brain, as much as I'd love to give it to Spider-Man, as much as I'd love to give it to Spider-Man,
I think it would be an injustice.
I think it would be. I think it'd almost be too biased to give it to Spider-Man. I think Iron Man would have to take it. He's more experienced and knows this stuff a bit better than Spider-Man. I mean, fast forward, 5 years, and Spider-Man would take it for sure. But if we're talking like the movie era of characters, I think we got to go with Iron Man.
Like Spider-Man's at his peak now, and if you take Iron Man at his peak, which was at the end, it's still Iron Man's winning that.
Right, yeah. Well, he makes those sacrifices.
Yeah, Spider-Man wins in terms of likability, comedy, and all that fun stuff.
Just being one of the original.
Just being a G. But yeah, I think we have our winner. I think Iron Man is the best Avenger.
I think he might. Yeah, he's edged way. I think you would you'd give any of these Avengers a run for their money. So
I like to think that the Russo brothers sat down and did this to see who was fingers.
It's just on another. We're in another timeline right now doing it.
Yeah,
we're actually going to make the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
This is actually they came back in time and saw this.
Yeah.
But they went forward in time rather.
Mm.
And
I think
came along this timeline. They're like, oh yes, these guys, they know exactly what's up. It's got to be Iron Man that wields the gauntlet and snaps his fingers.
In the future, the version of Endgame did really badly, so they came back and did it again.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Thanos just won.
yeah. And they actually didn't make Endgame. It just ended at Infinity War. Yeah. And then they got too hung up on their Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones ended a lot better than it did in the other universe.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was really successful in their universe, whereas it was fucking dog shit.
I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people say it was, but it definitely could have been better.
Final episode was definitely the worst episode I've ever seen in terms of like what it should have been.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, it was almost just like we're trying to make everyone happy, and in the end, no one was happy with it. It was.
And like one of the things that people just wanted the most was for Jon Snow to fight the Night King.
Yeah, and he never even really comes face to face with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love Arya in that.
Yeah, she's clutch. She really is.
Cool. We're gonna have to do this again sometime. We're gonna basically do this like nonstop. Me and Ryan could honestly sit down for the next 10 hours and just
do hot takes on movies or TV shows or something.
Oh, dude, what did you say your favorite movie was?
Oh, I've got quite a few. I mean, I really like Pirates of the Caribbean series.
Me too.
Just because from like I enjoy it as much as I do. I enjoy it as much now as I did watching them growing up.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, like it's rare that you get those out of movies. I mean, same with Star Wars. I love Star Wars. But those are all series or trilogies or sagas. Standalone movies, like just independent. There's so many good ones, right? It's tough.
Anything by Tarantino is just like instantly amazing.
Tarantino has. I mean, I don't think I dislike any of his movies, to be honest with you.
Fucking love Django Unchained.
Yeah, I'd say Django is my second favorite.
Yeah, so this is where me and Ryan do differ because Ryan's a fucking idiot. Where he thinks that Inglourious Basterds is better than Django Unchained.
Yeah, it's
Fuck you,
it's
Canadian
a
Thor.
bit of a hot take, you know. It's
Uh,
but
I
those are definitely, I think, his two best.
yeah, those are
Well,
definitely good.
I
Hollywood's
mean,
good too.
like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one was good. It's definitely very different.
Mm.
Um, you almost don't realize it's a Tarantino movie until the ending.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually really liked Hateful Eight, and I think Reservoir Dogs is just an absolute
Yeah,
classic.
class.
Yeah. Um,
But it's just Django's better than Glorious. I'm sorry to tell you. You're just wrong.
it is a very good movie. It is a very good. I just thought overall, Inglorious Bastards was it was just so great start to finish. I mean, that whole scene where they're in the pub, the
Yeah.
German pub. That's like a 45-minute scene or something like that. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's so long. I like as well. It's kind of like an ironic comedy.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like, you know, it knows it's being stupid, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, you know, painting Hitler as this guy and whatnot. They randomly have Mike Myers in it. And...
Yeah, and also just like killing Hitler, just funny, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love it though. It's Tarantino. He's the only one that he can get away with
Yeah.
just rewriting history and just killing Hitler like that. You know.
I've in my like free time now, just because I've been so busy with college, I've been rewatching the Rocky movies.
Oh yeah, those are good. Those are good.
I've come to the like I could honestly write a book that's like infinitely long about the the Rocky movies up until Rocky 5. After Rocky 5 and like I think there's Rocky 6.
I think there's 6 of them. That's right. Yeah.
Then they go into Creed. But like so
Yes.
Rocky 1, good movie, yeah. Like
Just a classic,
yeah,
you
just
know,
classic.
tale.
Punch 'em
Right.
up. Rocky 2, it's kind of like, you know, that we expected this. He worked, you know, he got the W.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then Rocky 3 comes around and it's getting a little bit blurred. Where like Mr. T is just there for some reason as like a
Yeah.
star cameo, and then and then so he beats Mr. T, and then in the fourth one, Apollo gets killed in the ring,
Yeah.
and it's like it's this whole big Cold War thing. Like it's like the Russians.
It parallels. They're pretty much like putting the Cold War into a boxing.
Yeah, and I love at the end like the way when Rocky wins and the Russians start cheering him. It kind of implies that Rocky just ended the Cold War.
Yeah, he won the Cold War with one punch. You know.
Yeah. And then in Rocky 5, there's like it's like an MMA street fight or some shit.
Yeah, I think after 4
Losing.
they get a little bit or you're kind of grasping at straws here, you know.
Yeah, and like Rocky's training in some like winter cabin, like just doing weird shit and like training for a street fight, and it's just great movies, but man, they go downhill so fast.
Oh, I know. Yeah. The Creed movies, on the other hand, were
Very
really good. I thought.
Very.
I thought those were good.
Yeah, I like those. Have I talked to you about Tenet?
I think we briefly talked about it. I don't, because I've only seen it the one time, and I definitely need to rewatch it.
You need to rewatch it. First time I watched it, I was like, that movie was just so average, like meh. But then when I rewatched it, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I read somewhere that like there's a theory, or it's a take on Tenet of how like the sequel to Tenet is just Tenet rewatched essentially. Like it's just because it like that's how the mechanics of the movie work. It's just like it's just a loop, you know.
That's so funny, actually.
It's a self-sustaining sequel.
Yeah. My favorite theory of like movie expansions is that the sequel to Good Will Hunting is the Jason Bourne movies.
I haven't heard that theory, but that's
because in the original script, once he goes away, he joins the CIA. Like, you know, he like turns down the CIA to like, or like maybe it's like some American government kind of thing. He turns.
Yeah.
In the original script, he joins them and like goes around killing terrorists.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, so and then we're right into the Bourne movies.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's yeah. There's a lot of good little parallels like that,
Yeah.
or like like little just these kind
Theories
of
are
things
fun.
happen.
Theories are very fun.
Absolutely.
At least
There's
it's not like
one.
J.K. Rowling, which is like all the theories turn out that everyone's gay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, this is true. Oh yeah, yeah, sure, this person can be
Yeah.
this. I mean, it was fine for the first couple characters or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I think it was what the first one was that they said that she said that Dumbledore was gay,
Yeah.
which is like okay, like sure, that makes sense. Why
Yeah.
not? But then it was just almost like assigning different genders to characters where A maybe didn't make sense for their
Yeah.
character, or B it was just it was almost like to
There's
appease
like,
that community, right?
yeah.
And like just for the sake of appeasing them, not even for the sake of the story or like
Yeah. It didn't further the narrative.
it would be very clear that if she wrote that character with that um gender identity
Yeah.
in mind, and to almost just to go back and say like, oh yeah, by the way, they're this. It not
It
only does it
takes
kind of takes away from like I think it's almost like kind of just not a slap in the face to that community, but just like oh we're just we're it's almost like she's making a fad out of that
yeah.
community, and how obviously if you're LGBTQ whatever, being a part of that community is now something that is celebrated like it wasn't in the past, and now it's like she's trying to cash in on the fact that it's a celebrated thing now. It's
Yeah. I have noticed that
and
a lot recently, especially where I saw it was most prevalent that they're literally just trying to virtue signal to like small, like not small, but like really specific groups. Was like in Endgame, in Endgame, the big battle scene, and then
oh yeah,
all the women just show up at once in the same spot.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, and it was kind of like and again it's like it's probably like good intentions behind it, but it comes off as like
Yeah.
like oh like yeah like look we're like do it in other more meaningful ways.
Yeah.
Don't belittle it by just giving them 5 minutes of on-screen time together. I mean, Marvel's done so well with writing and giving these powerful female characters, I think.
I think I've noticed it. It kind of becomes kind of like when it breaks, you're kind of like if you're watching the movie and then it breaks you away from the movie to realize, oh, they obviously just put the female characters together here.
Yeah, yeah, it's almost like too blatant and
Yeah,
obvious.
it's like so. I noticed when I saw when all the women were together in Endgame was like it was just like so obvious. Whereas then I was thinking back to Infinity War where what's that actress? She plays she's in The Walking Dead as well. It's I can't remember her name. And it's Black Widow, the guard from Wakanda, the girl with the bald head.
Oh
And,
yeah,
and they're against that little weird fucking looking bitch.
yes,
Like that's supposed to be like the girls grouping up or whatever, and like showing that girl fights can be good or whatever. And they did that well because obviously no one noticed that like
it wasn't it was much more subtle, and it was just
yeah.
these two characters happen to be helping each other out or fighting this enemy.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I loved that there was a picture I saw that was like, or it was like it was a GIF or something like that, and it was like all the girls like grouping up together, like checking their armor, like looking and winking at each other, and then it just like it just showed a picture of all the like male Avengers just standing there like with their hands in their pockets, like, well, okay, we gotta wait now until they're finished.
Oh yeah, like all right, come on, like get
Yeah.
ready and stuff. Yeah. That's hilarious. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah,
So,
the internet remains undefeated.
it is recently I've been going on 4chan, which is like
Oh jeez.
yeah, it's just I go on it for fitness.
Yeah.
Because like they just have good advice, but like their advice is always so backhanded and mean, Like I'll be looking up like fasting or something, and then they'll just call them like retarded or something, or like tell them just to like hang themselves. And like Jesus, but they'll and then simultaneously they'll have like the best advice I've ever heard. I'm just like, this edgy bastards.
It's one of those like, do I hate this person or do I like them? For the advice that they give, for the
Yeah,
comments they make.
it's like having a friend that's real cunt to you, but they're like a good friend.
Yeah, you love them and you hate them at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, just like fuck you, but you're right.
Oh no, I totally get that. I know a few people like that for sure.
Am I one of them?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, what the fuck, dude?
Oh no, I mean like you're not one of those people that you love and hate.
Wow, dude, fuck you. And the friendship ends there, everybody.
Yeah. Just cut to black podcast.
Yeah. Or like, you know that like the rainbow kind of colored like channel disconnect thing and like the beeping.
Yeah. Yeah, it's please stand by. Yeah. Oh, it was a good little Avengers game though that we had there. That was good.
We crushed it. I don't even know how long we've been going. I feel like we've been going on for so. I feel like I'm Joe Rogan right now. Jesus, it's 1:00 in the morning for me.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, and it's 8 o'clock here. So yeah,
fucking Canadians.
That was a decently length podcast.
That was fun. Yeah. So everyone, that was Ryan. He'll probably be back eventually, but
I'll pop in and out of the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So as usual, I don't really know how to end the podcast. So fuck off.